And with this, you don't bury it deep. You bury it deep, it'll kill it, the squash. Okay? You got the cushaw? The cushaw is the one big ugly one right there, I think. Is it? No, it's not.
It's the one in her right hand is the cushaw.
This one? Okay, cool. And this one, like I said, it produces these squash that are this big.
I am
Hey
really
Trey,
interested in that.
will you bring the soil over?
Okay.
Where do they all go? Multiple people could dig holes.
Huh?
Where do we want to, you and I can talk about
You
where
figure out where you want them. I'll say your coverage is your question, and we'll go from there. Oh, and let me show you now. She had a good question. This one's not root bound, but I can still show you how. A lot of times you get a plant that's root bound, and it grow because it's growing inside of a pot, and it's been there too long. And you see the whites right here? That's the roots. But if it's mostly white, it's root bound. So what you do is, in love, you rip it open. Now this one, I shouldn't be doing it, but it won't hurt it because these are hardy plants. And you rip it open. And see, there's a roly-poly, so run and get the beer. But you open it up, and then you plant it that way, and then the roots will go out.
So you don't like roly-polies?
No. Some people think they're fine in there, but if you get too many of them, they'll start eating some of the roots. But if you put like a tuna can level with the ground beer, it'll start filling them up, and you'll manage the population. You'll still have some, but I mean, when there's a lot of them, they're getting hungry, they're going to eat it.
You got 2 acorn squash and 2 big watermelons. What do you think?
I would do corners away so that they can spread.
Okay.
I would put probably the watermelons up top because the neighbors' kids are more likely to steal those than they are the squash. Well, let's deal with reality.
Is that too close to the
I would probably put over there. Yeah, that's going to be a little close.
like
Right over there, and you can just train it to go down the hill.
Okay.
Okay?
And then should I do the other watermelon like over there, or should I do them both together?
Yeah, I do one over there.
Okay.
And if it's getting too hot standing out here, it's okay. We can go back to question and answering once we do this. We can plant those later. I really want people hands-on, but it seems like everyone's kind of hesitant.
Acorn?
Acorn's smaller, but it spreads the same way. So I would plant it down the hill, like over here.
But if we set out where you want them,
Yeah,
we can just go in and make holes.
Exactly.
And then you just...
And that's what she's trying to
Yeah,
do.
so pull the mulch back.
Yeah.
So the mulch is not touching the plant.
Yeah.
And then we'll add dirt.
Yeah.
Is that acorn?
Yeah, that's good. And then now take this and make a tree well. You know what a tree well is?
No.
Take the mulch and pull it back, and you make it round like a bundt cake, like a bundt cake.
Yes.
Okay.
So that it helps keep
And on this, when you're planting on a hillside, a lot of times you make a half tree well because the water's coming from the top, and you leave the top open so the water will go into it. It'll hold it where it'll seep better. Okay, does that make sense? Now we need the water.
Anyone who hasn't, there's one here and she's doing another one down there. And water.
That I don't
You
know.
go.
Let me
You're
see.
wanting to grow? Come here.
Does somebody want to shovel?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
He does, babe. That's cushaw. Now, Abram, what you do is you take the mulch, and I'll show you real quick. But this is where we're putting it. Move it, pick that up for a second. Yeah, but we're going to take, when you're doing it yourself, we're pulling this top mulch back, right? Because that top mulch does what? It takes the nutrients away from the plant. So I'm pulling it back here. See, I'm getting down where the other mulch is kind of rotten, which is good. And I pull it back here, and you dig right there and plant it. Okay? Just dig a hole. You can see how deep it is. Not very deep.